Hello and welcome back to Toy Thursday with Johnny Tiger. The date is August 25th, 2022. Now, as usual, I did a quick Google to see if there's anything special about today, and immediately catching my attention, this is International Banana Split Day. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I mean, it's been a long time since I have a banana split, so I can't really show you guys a banana split, but I do happen to have not only one, not just one, but two figures that will be totally befitting this very delicious sounding national wacky holiday, National Banana Split Day. Now, I really do feel like I want one. Um, I mentioned multiple times before that I do not play the Fortnite video game. I never had, and Fortnite being a shoot 'em up uh, game that have no next to no plot line, no story, stuff like that, really doesn't pique my interest. However, I do manage to accumulate a large amount of Fortnite action figures, and this, in many ways, speaks totally in favor of the strength of the action figures themselves. Because quite often, we only buy action figures, at least speaking for myself, quite often I only buy an action figure because it's uh, a character that I already know, or it fits into something that I already collect. Like if I need to complete the Avengers superhero team or something, I may get a character, even though I don't like the character. Uh, Things like that. But Fortnite characters, sometimes, quite often, I get them purely because they are just too wacky, too interesting to pass up, such as the subject of our today's video. I mean, this guy doesn't need any kind of story or any kind of interesting background to make him interesting. He is, simply put, a giant walking banana. That alone made me want an action figure of the character named Peely. Now, because there's no story from Fortnite, like I said, so we don't really know, at least I don't really know, maybe those of you who play the game can tell me, why is there a giant banana walking around killing people? But like I said, when it's a giant banana with arms and legs and a face, walking around with guns and pickaxes and doing away with other players, yeah, you don't really need much of a story. It's just really intriguing just on its own. And honestly, I just don't have any other action figures in this particular league. At least back then I didn't. I mean, now I have uh, I have figures that are tomato and hamburgers, and a lot of these are from Fortnite, and uh, it really, a lot of it started with Peely here. As you can see, Peely is he's a giant banana, and he looks like he is peeled or peeling a little bit. He is not a young banana. In fact, he is painted like to look like he's going kind of brown and getting overripe. This is a banana that is experienced on the battlefield, that has seen some stuff. Now, this action figure of Peely was made by Jazzware, who had the Fortnite license before Hasbro. At the same time, Todd McFarlane also made Fortnite action figure, and Todd McFarlane actually made another Peely action figure that was an inch taller than this one. However, I have not acquired that version. I definitely would like to have another Peely. I mean, it's a banana. It's a banana guy. Like you don't need to just have one. You can have a whole bunch of these guys. Get it? Bunch, banana. Yeah, okay, haha, very funny. So yeah, like I would definitely try to track down the one that was made by Todd McFarlane. I mean that one was bigger, made a little bit different. So it would be like two banana guys running around terrorizing my other action figures. And honestly, Johnny Tiger just love eating banana. To begin with, I love having banana with my cereal, but that's just another topic altogether. Now, because Peely is so different from most other characters, I mean, he is not just a guy in a banana suit. He literally is a banana with human-like arms and legs. So he doesn't have quite the same articulation as other Fortnite more human action figures. He's a banana. So his neck. He doesn't have a neck. He doesn't have a waist. So there's nothing you can do with his head movement or his body movement. However, he can get into some expressive poses where his arms, because he is articulated, and the joints, its elbow and shoulder and bicep and wrist and his hands. And his legs are articulated as well, with double jointed in the knees and hips and ankle articulation. So he can get into some pretty interesting poses, despite of being one solid lump from head to groin area, be a giant banana and all. You can get him into a one-legged kung fu or karate kick pose, and you can even cross his arm over his chest. Very impressive, I would say. These Fortnite action figures by uh, Jazzware uh, were really well made, despite Jazzware had never really been a very big competitor in collector-friendly action figures, but they did really, really well with the Fortnite license. Now, this is not to say that Hasbro, after taking over the license, isn't doing well. Hasbro, if anything, has improved upon Jazzware's design. So these Fortnite action figures, no matter if it's by Jazzware, by Hasbro, or by Todd McFarlane, they're just such a joy to have. A lot of wacky, funky, funny characters that you can add to your shelf. Now, obviously, a big walking banana doesn't really fit in any of my original display. Most of my display are like superheroes and fantasies and medieval and dragons and warriors and fair maidens. There's no place for a giant walking banana, but I am displaying Peely here in the kitchen with my food related action figure, and he is just perfect for that. And of course, it wouldn't be Fortnite if these guys didn't come with a whole slew of equipment and additional stuff. Now, Peely actually comes with a few different faces that you can swap onto the figure with different expressions, but like most of my action figure body parts, it's categorized and labeled and put in a Ziploc bag, and it's in a very big box of action figure body parts, and I really don't feel like going to dig up uh, these banana faces just to switch them out for the video. So let me just say, Peely did come with a lot of these several different expressions you can swap out, but if you want to see them, you'll have to Google the Peely action figure to get a look at them. I do, however, have some of his more interesting accessories that I can show you guys on the video right now. First, he comes with this little military-like backpack called a banana bag. It has a canteen on the side, and what's more interesting, it has three little bananas on the backpack. Now, like I said, I don't know the story behind Peely. Are these his children, or are these his lunch? Yeah, that's kind of disturbing to think about. Is this a banana that's cannibal and eating other banana, or are these his children that he's carrying around in his backpack? I guess you just have to use your own imagination. The backpack attached to his back via a peg that goes into a hole, uh, and it stays on pretty securely. Although when you have the backpack attached, it can throw him off balance a little bit. And of course, because Fortnite is a game where players run around shooting other players, so Peely comes with a military style rifle. It's like the infantry rifle that has a strap. Supposedly you can hang it around his body, but because his body is a giant banana, doesn't really work as intended. They really needed to make that strap longer. He can hold it pretty well in his hand, or if you get a little bit more creative, you can attach it to his backpack, sort of like this. So all I did was take off the backpack and make sure the peg goes through the strap on the rifle before putting the backpack into uh, his back, and that sort of secures the rifle that way, like it's part of the backpack. Not a perfect solution, but from a distance, at a glance, it looked passing fair. And for times when Peely need to get close up and dirty and cut up some obstacles or other players, he comes with this pickaxe that is basically a long pole with a banana, not banana, coconut. It looks like a coconut at the top with a machete stuck through it. Yeah, it looked really weird, and honestly, these weirdly designed weapons don't really do anything for me. But it's a coconut on a stick, and it goes with a banana guy, so I guess it's okay. And this is not even the only food item that Peely comes with. Peely also comes with this giant mushroom. Now, why does he have a giant mushroom? Is he like related to Super Mario? I don't know. You really have to play the game to know what the mushroom does. I think it's supposed to give you some special power if you eat it. Maybe give you extra health or something. But whatever, it's a giant mushroom in the hand of a banana guy who's holding in the other hand a coconut on a stick. Yeah, okay, that's enough. I don't need to know more. I don't need to overthink this. It's a wacky looking, really goofy character that look great on in the kitchen with my gang of food related action figure. And this is not it. Like I said, well, it's a double feature today. And the next figure I'm going to show you, it's also Peely, but a very different Peely altogether. Introducing the P1000. Yeah, you didn't hear it wrong. It's not the T1000, not like the Terminator movie. This is the P1000, as in Peely 1000. What's going on here? Well, apparently, somewhere along the game, Peely the banana got himself murdered. One of the other characters chopped him up and put him inside a blender. And then they built a robotic body uh, and the blender with the chopped up banana inside becomes the head of this new robot. And this is a P1000. This is Peely inside a blender and attached to a robotic body. So this guy is basically a silver and gray robot with orange and blue highlights, making him look like a robot who's trying to look like a banana. Really, really interesting design. I mean, this is something that uh, I can totally have some personal uh, relevant to because I do make a lot of smoothies, even banana smoothies, especially in the summertime. So this is totally, totally relevant to my kitchen. The P1000, also made by Jazzware, uh, is a very skinny looking robot with some chunky, like square-ish, blocky configuration. Definitely look like old school robots, maybe something that from a Star Wars design, something like that. It doesn't have the more sleek and aerodynamic robot feel of our modern robotic design, and it's kind of attractive in a way, in a very retro way. And because of its blocky design and skinny configuration, it doesn't move as well as most other figures, not even as well as when Peely was a full banana. Uh, the arms and legs has very limited range, and the body does move now, thanks to the robotic configuration. It actually has a waist and torso. Uh, and like Peely, you can actually change out the face. It comes with four different blenders you can attach to the head. They all have different expressions, but again, it's all mixed up in a big box of body parts from other action figures, and I really don't feel like digging them up. So uh, just know that this figure also comes with additional face and expressions that you can customize it with. The P1000 comes with this nifty looking cape that, well, it was nifty looking before it got broken. It fell off the shelf and the cape cracked in half. That's why it has tape holding it together. But basically, the cape, I think it's supposed to be the peel, the banana peel. And I mean, that's funny and all, but when you really think about it, that's really gruesome. So basically, Peely got chopped up, thrown inside a blender, turned into a robot, and he's wearing his own skin as a cape. Yeah, that's really messed up. And as if we are trying to film an episode of just how messed up a banana's life can be, P1000 comes with a melee weapon that is a giant banana on a stick. Yeah, okay. So this banana got chopped up, thrown inside a blender, turned into a robot, wearing his own skin as a cloak, and he's wielding another banana on a stick. This banana is already peeled as well. So is that another victim? What's going on here? For some standard shooting action, the P1000, living up to its copying the Terminator's name, come with a pair of impressive-looking machine guns uh, that it can hold in its hands. Can is being the operative word because I actually have to tie them to his hand using twist ties because his finger articulations are so loose that he refuses to hold onto his weapon. So I have to kind of jimmy that together. Otherwise, he would be dropping his guns all the time. In the end, even though the concept of P1000 is really quite gruesome, poor Peely, uh, it is a really interesting action figure. I mean, it's a robotic banana, so you can't really beat that. Now, after doing this video, I really feel like a banana smoothie or a banana milkshake or something like that. So I'm going to bid you guys farewell and thank you for checking out today's video. I'll be back again tomorrow with some Fitness Friday. And if you have a banana or two or a bunch of them at home, this is a good time to go bone up on some electrolyte. Have a good night.